welcome back. So for today's video, I know I used a lot of this palette in the last video, but I've thought of this idea for quite a while now and I really wanted to do it. So I'm going to be using the Blue Blood palette again because I thought of a really cool idea just to really show this palette off, because this palette is mostly blues and greens. Obviously there are some browns and peaches and stuff, but generally speaking it's a very blue and green palette. So I really wanted to just show that off. So for today's video I will be doing one eye totally green with this palette and then one eye totally blue with this palette. So I'm going to do the green first, and I'm going to do the green on this side and then the blue on this side. So it's going to be really weird completing one eye before moving on to the next, but hey ho, we'll get there. So first things first, I am going to go into Mint Tea, which is this really kind of pale light green here, and I'm going to try and kind of keep the look really similar between the eyes so they don't really differ too much, but we'll just kind of see how it goes. Bit of the mirror in the camera there. So for starters, I'm just going to pop this in my crease and I'm just kind of swirling it round just to kind of get a light base colour down. And then I'm going to stick it in the outer corner here. Now that we've got the base colour down, I'm going to start blowing it out just a bit higher. So I'm taking it really light swirls over that edge just to kind of blend it and blow it out. I'm then going to take a different fluffy brush. I think this one is a little bit smaller, however if it's the same size it's not that big of a deal. And then I'm going to go into Flourishing, which is this really bright green here. Now I have noticed actually that there are more blues than greens than I initially thought, but we're gonna make it work. And then I'm just going to pop this on the outer corner. And I'm only taking a little bit of this first, just to kind of build up the colour. And then I'm going to start to bring it in over the crease to the inner corner here. Going to go back into that first brush that I used, no extra product, and just help blend that out a bit. Then I'm going to take a bit more of a denser brush. This is smaller, and I'm just going to go back into Flourishing again, but I really want to pack the colour in on the outer corner. Now that we have our base of mattes down, I'm going to take our shimmer colour, which will be entitled this shimmery green down here. Now I prefer using shimmers and stuff like this with my finger, but if you want to use a brush then that's fine, you can use a brush. So I'm just going to take my finger and just kind of pack this on. Just look at that colour. That is just absolutely stunning, that shimmery colour. I'm kind of just putting it roughly all over my lid. I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I've even taken it a bit over that matte at the outer corner. And then I'm going to take that last brush that I used, the smaller one, and I'm going to go back into Flourishing and then just kind of pop that over the outer corner again. Just a wee bit, not too much. I'm not taking a lot of product on my brush. And then I'm just going to work my way back through the brushes that I used just to help kind of blend this out. And then I'm going to take a super small pencil brush. I've just got the Morphe E36 here. And I'm going to go into Cremated, which is this really dark green right here. And I'm only taking a little bit of this. I don't want to make this super, super dark yet. And I'm just going to kind of shimmy it from my lashes. And then I'm going to kind of blend it up. And because this is a really dark colour, you want to do little sections at a time because it's much easier to add than to take away. And then back into my brush that had flourishing on it. Because I want it to be dark, but I don't want it to look black. And then probably my favourite brush is the Morphe B16. I'm going to go into Cremated, that dark colour, and just kind of make a liner with it. Just a thin kind of shadow over my lash line. I'm now going to use my Kat Von D ink liner to create a wing. I need to get super close to the mirror for this, so I'm sorry if I go out of shot. I'm going to try not to. I know it's a habit of mine. Just, I'm going to leave that there. So I'm just going to go back into the Morphe B16 again, just taking the slightest little bit of Cremated and then just going over the top edge of that liner just to kind of get that shadow back again. And then I'm just wiping away the fallout. Now that don't know why I'm pointing this side. So now that we've done the first part of the green eye, we're going to move on to the other side and do the blue eye. So I'm just going to give a couple of my brushes just a quick wipe just to get some of that extra green off. Okay, so to start with blue, we're kind of going to go in the same fashion. So I'm going to take I'm Cold, which is the pale blue here. And I'm basically just going to kind of copy what I did on the green side but with the blue. I'm going to take, following that logic, I should go into this blue here, but actually I'm just going to take a wee little bit of this slightly darker blue there, which is called Blue Blood. And I just want a tiny wee bit of that on the outer corner, just a wee bit. Now I'm going to go into that colour, which is called Blue Monday, and again I'm just going to follow what I did with the green. Now just to help with the blend of that, I'm going to go back into Blue Blood, the lightest little bit, and just go over that edge. I am barely touching my eye. I am barely dipping my brush into the product. I just want a nice seamless transition with the blues. And then taking a smaller, slightly more packing brush, going into that darker Blue Monday again, and then deepening up the outer corner again, just like how we did with the greens, but we're just doing this with the blues. Now for blues, we do have a couple of options. We've got this really bright shimmery here. We've got a slightly more icy blue. It looks more blue in real life. It does look a bit kind of grey on camera. And then we've also got this really dark glitter here. I do kind of want to keep it similar. So I think I'm going to go into Ice Tray, which is this colour right here. And I'm just going to pop this on my lid. Actually, with this colour, with the green, I took it all the way across. With this colour, I'm kind of only doing it in the inner half I suppose, just until it meets this darker blue here, because I'm then going to get the other blue, which is called Deceased, so the slightly dark one beside it, and put that on the other side, just kind of where the join is from the matte to the shimmer. I'm going to take the last brush that I used, the packing one, go back into Blue Monday, and just run over that a little bit. I'm literally just lightly patting it on, and then take my blending brush with nothing on it and just help blend it out. Where's my brush gone? Where's my... ah, there it is. Okay, so following in the same fashion that I want to deepen this up a bit, I am going to take Undertaker, which is this almost black shade right here, but it is pretty blue. And then I'm also going to take that on like a really kind of small brush. So I'm just going to use the same brush that I used earlier, and I'm just going to wipe off the green, which is the Morphe E36. Just taking a wee bit of that, and again I want to start at the base and just shimmy it up a bit just to help deepen it. Back into the blue, so it's not too dark. And then I'm going to take my Morphe B16 and again run that over my lashes like a wee shadow. And then my liner, I did start off using the Kat Von D ink liner, but I've now switched to the Kat Von D tattoo liner. I think the other one's a bit dry, so I don't know, it just wasn't quite working, but this one's a bit newer, so it works a bit better. Again with Undertaker, running back over the very top of that, just lightly. And then wipe away. So I'm going to quickly run off and do my face, and then I'll be right back so we can finish the eyes. So I've just done my face, I've just put on a bit of the lippy as well. I've also just put on some false lashes, just so I didn't have to do that later. I thought may as well get all of the off-camera stuff over and done with. So I am just wearing the Sozu by Suzanne Jackson lashes in the style Sarah. And for my lip, I've got on a pink lip liner, a NYX lipstick, and then a Jeffree Star lip gloss, but I'll stick it. Sorry, it's getting off my teeth. I will stick it in the description box below so you know exactly what I am wearing. So I think it's time that we finish off the eyes. So I will zoom you in just a little bit just so you can see. I am basically just gonna follow kind of what I did on top down below. So I'll start off with the green, so just going into the first light colour that we used, Mint Tea, and I'm just going to kind of run that all the way along and kind of just blow it out and smoke it out. This is why I like to have my hair up when I do my makeup. I'll lean this way instead of this way. And as you can see, I have really kind of brought that quite low down, I'm really blowing it out. And I'm going to make sure that I connect it up here, see kind of this blank spot. And then I'm just going to take Nourishing on a smaller pointier brush. And I think I'll focus this more kind of on the outer parts of my eyes without touching my eyeball. Pain. Trying so desperately hard to make sure I stay in the shot. Going to go into Cremated, that really dark one, on a Morphe B16. I have used this quite a lot in this tutorial, but it is like the best brush I think I own. I think it might be my favourite. Just because it's so good for all of this sort of stuff. And I really am just kind of going to focus that right at the lashes on this outer third. Just like that. I'm just going to take my Makeup Geek Full Spectrum Eyeliner in Ocean and just run that on my tight line, and then I'm going to set that in place with Entitled, that glittery shadow that we used, that shimmery eyeshadow that we used on our lids. Now this is a shimmery eyeliner, which will help the two will kind of mesh together and work together to create a shimmery tight line. I actually love that. And then for the blue side, just going into I'm Cold and basically just doing on this side what we just did. And then into Blue Monday. And then Undertaker. And then I have a Makeup Geek Full Spectrum Eyeliner in Cobalt, but this isn't shimmery like Ocean is. This is a bit more matte. So it's entirely, if you wanted to do a look like this, it's entirely up to you if you wanted to go matte like the eyeliner, if you wanted to put a shimmery over it like the Makeup Geek one, like the Makeup Geek one, like the green one. I'm kind of torn because Blue Monday would be the perfect blue to put over this, but I feel like we should maybe go shimmery. I'll see when it goes on kind of what I decide to do. So I'm going to actually go for shimmery, I think. So I'm going to take Deceased, which was the one on the outer side. I feel like that will go with it more than the Ice Tray one. I love my decision with this. God, that is a shimmery tight line. Whew. I was going to kind of put like an inner corner highlight in the theme of the blue or the green, but actually I'm going to take this colour here, which I've got no idea what that's called. Cullinan? I'm going to call it Cullinan, but I don't actually know if that's how you pronounce it, but it's this icy white shade up at the top. And then a wee bit of mascara on your lower lashes to complete the look. And that is this video and this look complete. I have to say, I'm actually totally in love with how my eyes look right now. I just think the colours just go so well together. It does look fairly even. I mean, this look is absolutely gorgeous. I love this palette so much. The colours are really pigmented, really easy to blend out, really easy to use. Jeffree Star did a really good job on this palette. I haven't used his other ones, but I can imagine that they'd probably just be the exact same. But yeah, I absolutely love it. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. I really hope that you like this look and that you feel inspired to recreate it or do something similar with whatever you've got at home. I'm gonna pop off for just now and then I will see you all in my next video. Bye!